Hi, we are Team Stockbuster. Today we will show you our agentic system that help everyday investor make a smart stock decision using AI. Let's dive in. Most everyday investors struggle with the same question: which stocks are worth buying? Without financial background, you are overwhelmed by chart, news, and a conflicting opinion. Professionals use two approaches: fundamental analysis, which related to the company financial, and the technical analysis, focus on the price trend. Both of them are valuable but hard to combine. Our solution, a hybrid quantum system powered by AI that analyzes the entire S&P 500 daily and delivers clear risk assessment and investment horizon guidance with a plain English explanation.
This is Stockbuster's solution architecture. First, users interact with the preference collection bot, which feeds the stock recommender. The system draws on two intelligence sources: the finance data pipeline, which processes market data with ML models, and the LLM with RAG system, which adds contextual financial reasoning from a specialized knowledge base. Together, they generate personalized stock recommendations delivered through a stocks report. Stockbusters runs 4 core services: a Next.js frontend for user interaction, a fast API backend that fetches recommendations, a RAG service using ChromaDB and fast embed for financial reasoning, and a quantum-mental ML service for stock analysis. We deploy the front end and API on Google Kubernetes engine with Pulumi, auto-scaling pods, Nginx load balancing, and workload identity. The quantum-mental pipeline runs on Cloud Run jobs with daily retraining and adds RAG reasoning at the end to generate analysis for each stock. All data is stored in Google Cloud Storage for scalable operations. We will now talk about the quantum-mental pipeline in more detail.
Here is our automated 7-step pipeline. It starts with the data ingestion from F&P API, pulling the financial data for all S&P 500 stocks. Then we are training the model by using random forest classification, then evaluate and validate before we are storing the model registry using weight and bias. The model generates the prediction with hybrid score, combining fundamental and technical signal. Finally, the RAG system, powered by Vertex AI, add the plain English explanation. All of them are tracked and full data versioning.
Welcome to the Stockbusters web application. As you can see, the website is organized into different segments, starting with the AI Investor, which is the user preference collection chatbot, the settings and preferences section, where the user can adjust his settings, and the About Us sections, which details our team members and our mission statement. Once we click on the AI Investor, it takes us to the user preference chatbot. We can start by introducing ourselves. The chatbot is going to ask different questions to understand our financial preferences. So starting with the long-term and short-term investment options, we are choosing both of them for demonstration purposes. Next, it is trying to understand our risk profile. If we are unsure about any of the questions, we can ask the chatbot for clarification. So in this case, if we want to analyze what's the impact of low-risk investments versus high-risk investment, the chatbot is going to share the details. Once the user is ready to make educated decisions, he can choose the right option based upon his financial preference. Here again, we are choosing both low-risk and high-risk investments. Once all the information is collected, a summary is going to be shown. Once the user confirms that these are his final choices, it is going to generate a report. These user preferences are then shared by the stock recommender system, which is going to generate the report. As you can see, the generate report button is activated. Once we click on the generate report, we can see different stocks which are mentioned over here. We can see the company ticker, its sector, the AI score, which ranks the model output, the higher the better. We can see other metrics like Sharpe ratio, CAGR, and max drawdown. If we are unsure about any of the metrics, we can always go back to the chatbot and ask clarifying questions. For example, here we are interested to understand the Sharpe ratio. We can ask the chatbot, what is Sharpe ratio? As you can see, the chatbot informs the user what the Sharpe ratio is, and it is going to help the user to understand the metrics. Once a particular stock interests the user, he can always click on the detailed report section to take down in the detailed report. Here you can see the company name, followed by the ticker, the company information, the key metrics, and an AI-generated analysis of why the stock is being recommended by the model itself. On the right-hand side, we can see the historical trend of the stock for different time intervals, and beneath we can see the trading volume. The same action can be applied to other stocks as well. With that, I hand over to Mahmood. Happy investing.
Hi everyone, I'm Mahmood. I will walk you through key technical challenges we addressed during our project. We fixed inconsistent chatbot responses by strengthening our system prompt. We also reduced report generation delays by pre-computing and caching the LLM's reasoning. To eliminate inconsistent output from RAG-based agent, we shifted from prompt-driven logic to structured Python queries. On the model side, we improved model prediction accuracy by walk-forward validation and more advanced ensemble methods. We control GCS storage growth with lifecycle policies to clean up older output files. We also resolve stalemate predictions by refreshing them daily with latest technical data while maintaining monthly model training. And finally, the front-end report generation button occasionally fails. In such case, chatbot will ask for confirmation again. Thanks for watching our project presentation and a live demo.